You ever have one of those mornings where you think you've seen it all? Nothing can surprise you anymore, and then suddenly you're standing there watching the president of your HOA, a woman you barely know but already hate, swinging a baseball bat at your 9-year-old daughter's head while screaming about retarded kids ruining everything. Yeah, that's how my day started. What Linda Carson didn't know, what nobody in Cedar Hills knew for that matter, was that I'd just come from the Pentagon, fresh off a national security briefing with the president, and attacking my family was about the dumbest mistake of her life. You see, to most of the neighbors, I was just that guy. Marcus, single dad, kind of mysterious, always home with his daughter, sometimes in uniform, but mostly blending in. Nobody really cared what I did for work. They saw Emma and her service dog Ranger out on the porch most days. Her reading out loud. Ranger curled up like a golden security blanket, and they'd wave or nod or offer a kind word now and then. What they never saw were the mornings I spent talking war zones, troop deployments, and terror threats in classified rooms, or the weight of protecting an entire country riding on my shoulders. To them, I was just Emma's dad. Emma, my whole world. Born with Down syndrome, blessed with the biggest smile and the purest heart. You talk about innocence, you talk about courage. That kid's got more of both than half the world put together. Her speech therapy was a daily ritual, her a stack of dog-eared books, a bag of flashcards, and Ranger, that gentle, goofy retriever who could sense a panic attack coming a mile away. It was sacred to us. A couple neighbors would come by Mrs. Chen with a cookie, the Thompson boys racing across the street to invite her to their backyard games, always including her, always gentle. It made you think people were mostly good. But there's always one right. Linda. Carson's self-appointed queen of the HOA. Hair like a helmet, fake smile tight as a drum. She'd glare at Emma from behind her curtains, then send me official notices about leash laws or noise complaints or some other manufactured outrage. All that bile, all that effort. Honestly, it must have been exhausting. Her son had autism, but she'd shipped him off and told everyone he was in Europe. Real peach, that one. For months, Linda tried everything called Ranger a nuisance animal. Claimed Emma's reading was disturbing. The piece tried to label our home a therapy business in violation of zoning laws. Every time I tried the calm approach, show her Emma's therapy reports, explain the law, even invited her to watch a session, but the more I tried, the angrier she got. I guess seeing Emma thrive was just too much of a reminder of her own failures. And every time Emma got a little stronger, Linda just dug in deeper, recruiting the worst busybodies in the neighborhood, documenting every step, plotting something ugly. Then one October morning, everything snapped. Emma was beaming, just nailed a new chapter in her therapy book, couldn't wait to show off. She'd dressed herself, purple sweater jeans, hair done up so proud. She sat on the porch. Ranger at her feet. The air clean and cool, me watching from the kitchen window, prepping for work, but half distracted by the sound of her voice, drifting in her confidence, growing every week. I thought, this is the life I fought for. And then, out of nowhere, Linda comes striding down her walkway like she's marching into battle, clutching a Louisville Slugger, her jaw clenched so tight I thought her teeth might shatter. For a second I froze. Then I saw the look on her face, a look I'd seen in war zones, not in suburbia. She wasn't here to argue. She was here to hurt someone. She storms right up to Emma. Bat-cocked voice full of poison. I've had enough of your gibberish polluting my neighborhood. Emma, sweet as ever, just tries to explain she's reading, My daddy says I'm getting better. Linda's face twists, calls her a freak, says we've ruined her perfect world, all the classic lines of a bully who thinks nobody can touch her. Ranger starts to growl low and steady. Emma's hands start to shake. I drop my mug and bolt. I shout loud enough for the whole street to hear Mrs. Carson step away from my daughter. But she's gone, lost in whatever black hole of hate lives in her head. She raises the bat. Emma's back is against the door, shaking, whispering she'll be quiet. Just please don't hurt her. That's when something inside me snapped. Linda draws the bat back, ready to swing. She screams about cleaning up the garbage. I swear the world slowed down. Ranger lunged. God bless that dog, took the hit right in the ribs, yelped, went flying. Neighbors came running, phones out, yelling for someone to call 911. But Linda, she just kept coming screaming, "Die, you freak," like she was possessed. I don't remember making the decision. 25 years of training just took over. I tackled Linda hard enough to knock the wind out of her bat, clattering across the grass. She's on the ground yelling that I assaulted her, that she's calling the police, playing the victim for the crowd. I don't even blink. I pull out my Pentagon ID, flip it so everyone can see. "Linda, you just tried to murder the daughter of a 3-star general in front of half the neighborhood on camera. I hope your lawyers are ready." You should have seen her face. Pure terror. She stammered about maintaining standards, tried to blame Emma for being disruptive. Gone was the queen bee, just another scared bully exposed. By then, sirens were everywhere. Military, police, FBI, local cops. Captain Rodriguez from Pentagon Security comes up, assessing the scene like a war zone, and I explain everything, every detail, every threat, every witness. Linda's trying to plead with the agent, still convinced she can talk her way out. "We're both respectable people," she says. Like that means anything when you just tried to kill a child with a bat. Special Agent Martinez of the FBI reads her rights: attempted murder, federal hate crime, aggravated assault, the whole list. She's cuffed before she can finish her whimpering, and for the first time I see real fear in her eyes. She knows it's over. The aftermath was chaos. Crime scene tape interviews. Media vans parked on the lawn. Neighbors giving statements. Emma and Ranger both getting checked out by specialists. Turns out Ranger had 2 cracked ribs, but would heal, got more medals and treats than most soldiers. Emma, she was shaken sure, but tough as nails. She just kept asking, why was she so angry? I was just reading. The videos went viral within hours. HOA Karen attacks disabled child with baseball bat, and suddenly every skeleton in Linda's closet came crawling out. People she'd bullied for years stepped forward. Reporters called nonstop. Disability advocates picked up the story. Lawmakers called for hearings. The whole country watched Cedar Hills turn into ground zero for a national reckoning. The trial was quick video witnesses, even her own words. Guilty on every count. 25 years, no parole for the first 12. Her defense tried to play the mental instability card, but nobody bought it. You attack a general's family on camera with hate in your heart. You get the book thrown at you. And then here's the part that shocked me, Emma asked to speak at sentencing. She stood there, tiny but fierce, and said, "Mrs. Linda, I forgive you. My daddy says forgiveness makes you stronger than hate." Whole courtroom lost it. Even Linda cried. And yeah, I'll admit it, I did too. After that, everything changed. Settlement money went into the Emma Williams Foundation legal aid therapy support for special needs families. Linda's house gone. The HOA disbanded. Our neighborhood rebuilt itself around inclusion. Property values actually went up. Emma became a minor celebrity, speaking at schools, conferences, even Congress. New laws passed, new military protections for families like ours. Ranger got a medal and a lifetime supply of steak. 3 years on, Linda wrote from prison. She'd started a nonprofit, tried to make amends. When she got out, she showed up at Emma's birthday, looking old and tired and genuinely sorry. Emma hugged her and said, "I already forgave you." That moment, man, you could feel the world turning just a little. Now Emma's 16, prepping for college. Ranger's retired, but still on duty. The old porch is a hangout for every kid on the street, no matter their ability. Where the bat once swung, there's a garden flowers. Peace, hope, something good out of something evil. Sometimes I sit out there, watch Emma read to her friends and think, this is why you never give up. This is what winning really looks like. So yeah, that day could have destroyed us. Instead, it sparked a movement. Linda's hate built something lasting. My advice, never underestimate the strength of the people you try to break, and never mess with a military family, especially not one with a daughter like mine. Now I gotta ask, what would you have done if you saw something like that go down on your street? Do you think the sentence was just, how should we really protect our most vulnerable kids like Emma? I want to hear your thoughts, your stories, your truth. Because honestly, these fights aren't over. They're just getting started.